Good evening, one and all. My name is PRADNYA.YADAV. I am from the subject of Law, Faculty of Humanities, and my unique code is Law 2015 PRADNYA. The title of my seminar report is A Critical Study of Contribution of Public Interest Litigation for Protection of Prisoners, which is submitted for the partial fulfillment of requirement for pre-PhD coursework in the subject of law under the guidance of Professor Dr. Anand Deshmukh Sir, Department of Law, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Aurangabad. The topic which I have undertaken for the study is about the critical study of contribution of public interest litigation for protection of prisoners. And in this, the researcher wants to highlight on the rights of prisoners in face of realities of detention. The researcher also wants to highlight on the centrality of respect and the recognition of human dignity as a fundamental concern. The researcher also wants to highlight the role of public interest litigation in protecting the rights of prisoners and effective judicial delivery system in achieving the constitutional goals. The public interest litigation has paved a way to a new regime of human rights by interpretation of life and personal liberty, which is guaranteed under Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. The researcher also wants to highlight on the public interest litigation, which function as an effective tool for social change and bringing social welfare by protecting and safeguarding the rights of poor and underprivileged people. The scope of the study, the researcher wants to bring before the inhuman and horrible conditions of prisoners and the prisons in India, which were brought to the notice of court, and the courts have well reacted to the issues. The public interest litigation acts as a means to address the violation of individual rights. Thus, the Supreme Court of India, by interpreting Article 21 of the Constitution, has developed the human rights jurisprudence for preservation and protection of prisoners' rights to maintain the human dignity. The working principle which the researcher wants to highlight is about the public interest litigation. It seeks to provide an access to the justice to the prisoners. It also wants to enhance or highlight the public interest litigation has protected the rights of prisoners. It also wants to it also wants to tell the judiciary's role, a prominent role, how judiciary has protected the rights of prisoners. The targeted outcomes of the report, which the researcher wants to assess, is about to evaluate the role which is played by public interest litigation under the system of criminal justice. The researcher also wants to critically examine the role which is played by public interest litigation in protecting the rights of prisoners. The researcher also wants to examine and assess the adequacy of existing laws which are governing public interest litigation. From above seminar report, the researcher wants to bring before the issues of prisoners, and it wants to highlight that they are also entitled to get the same human treatment, by virtue of them being born as a human being, and the law will aid, and that should be provided not only outside the jail but also inside the jail. And the Constitution of India, it provides equal rights to every person irrespective of caste, financial status, and same shall be enforced without any discrimination. So the topic which the seminar report has been submitted would highlight all the issues, and the researcher wants to make a exhaustive study of all these things. Thank you.